Hi, Mr. Moore. How you doing? All right. So, Mr. Moore, in court, you're not allowed to wear shorts. Those are not my rules. No, 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 no. Here's the thing. I always say that if you don't know beforehand, then you don't know. So I would always tell my clients, you don't need to get a three-piece suit. If you have some jeans, not the fashionable ones that they rip, that will be fine.
Hold up. Did the judge just call out his shorts? Yep. And while it might sound minor, courtroom dress isn't just about fashion, it's about respect. Wearing the wrong thing can send the wrong message, but here's the real question. Should your clothes really impact your case?
Mr. DeLeon, what is your client's name?
Mr. Vargas, Ricardo.
Ricardo Vargas? You need to make sure you're on time for court. No, no, no. I mean, I know it happens, but, times are times, right? But this is not the first time. I always give people a little leeway when it's their first time coming to court because sometimes you get lost and you don't estimate time correctly. All right, the court is calling. I don't know. I mean, you can put them in there. They're not good. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're on the record. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 0024005 State versus Ricardo Vargas. Can I have parties announced?
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Vargas.
And are you Mr. Vargas? All right, do you have any objection to your counsel appearing by Zoom? All right, counsel, did you receive all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor, yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Vargas, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
It appears that you're proceeding on count 2 only. Is that correct? Any objection to the waiver of count 1?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Vargas, did you review the court admonishments and admissions with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand the state is proceeding on count 2? That's possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have the right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you are giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those?
All right, here's where it gets heavy. In just a few words, Vargas gives up huge constitutional rights. No jury, no cross-examination, no right to stay silent, all gone. That's the silent weight of a plea deal. Makes you wonder, how many people actually grasp what they're giving up?
In this case, did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication will revoke, the court will find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, yes.
Mr. Vargas, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
That is correct, Your Honor.
State? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
No motions, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 years. There be 200 hours of community service restitution, a TAP evaluation, and the MRT course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
You leave that, Your Honor. We have no objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor, going to waive PSI. We would only ask the court, Mr. Vargas is court appointed. I don't know if the court would be willing to probate any of that fine.
So, Mr. Vargas, how old are you? Are you employed? What do you do? Do you have any children? What are their ages? Okay. Do you have contact with them? All right, so how often have you been using? So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Yikes, that slip says it all. Vargas says he started classes, but isn't really going. Classic sign addiction's still in the driver's seat, and a judge, she's not buying half effort. Is he serious about recovery, or just checking boxes? Be honest, what call would you make here?
How often have you been going to classes? Mhm. Right, not mistake. We're making choices here, right? Because I read the police report. In the police report, they saw your cell phone, and in your cell phone, you were asking somebody if they wanted to go come smoke. So these were choices that you were making. So you need to figure out the reason you're making the choices that you're making and do a course correction, because otherwise you're looking at potentially 20 years in the prison. Now, if you have a drug or alcohol problem, I will give you programs that will...
Boom! This is the moment everything shifts. The judge isn't calling it a mistake anymore. That phone, it proves intent. Now it's not about second chances, it's about owning up. Compassion fades, and consequence takes a stand.
Perhaps help you with this. All right, you understand? All right, I'm going to have you drug tested today. Ms. Abrams, can you call and see if they can have him drug tested today? All right, there's a $2,000 fine. It's going to be probated, 6 years deferred adjudication, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's going to be a TAP evaluation out of custody if you're negative. If you're positive, Then you're going to come back to this court and you're going to do the TAP evaluation in custody. Do you understand? Oh, that means that what's going to end up happening is you're going to leave from this courtroom. You're going to do a UA. There are people who will test you today. And if you are positive, you're going to come back here. You're going to go in custody. And they're going to do the TAP evaluation in custody. Well, I mean, what is your results going to be? All right, so why didn't you just say that in the beginning? Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. I ask these questions, and the reason why I ask these questions normally is to see where you are in the phase of your sobriety. And so you're not sober at all. The AA meetings, the NA meetings that you're doing, you're not actively participating in them, because if you were, if you felt like you were going to use, that's when you use your tools, you pick up the phone and you call your sponsor or you go to an AA meeting, right? So what will you be positive for? And what else? Right. So how often are you using? Yeah. And here's the thing. We're all on our journey to try to become better people and live clean, sober lives. So where you are today, and I would tell my clients this all the time, where you are today, hopefully that's not where we're going to see you 10 years from now. You're still in the same.
This is the breakdown. The judge lays it bare. Meth use, broken promises, and a trail of lies. At this point, it's bigger than the courtroom, it's survival. The question isn't just guilt, it's whether he makes it out alive. Be real. Is the judge being too tough? Or is this the wake-up call he needs?
Place. All right? So I'm going to set your conditions. The conditions I'm setting for you are so that you hopefully can maintain your sobriety. Because if you're using drugs, only one or two things going to end up happening. Either you're going to be in and out of somebody's jail, in and out of prison, or somebody's going to have to come and identify your body. And I don't think you want your 19-year-old for them to call him up and say, we need a body identified. You understand? All right. So there's going to be a $2,000 fine, probated, 6 years deferred adjudication, proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 90 sober meetings in 90 days. This is what I want done in custody. A TAP evaluation, a referral to felony drug court, and then there's going to be field visits one time per month until further notice, 200 hours of community service restitution, 100 hours will be deducted upon completion of the MRT course. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand? All right, you can go off the record. Here's the thing. You need to be 100% honest with felony drug court. It's a difficult program, but it's a good program. You need to be 100% truthful with the TAP evaluation, because I'm trying to give you the tools you need so that you will not potentially end up going to prison for 20 years. You understand? And, other courts, I don't know what they're doing, but it is best for you to be honest with me if you have a drug or alcohol problem, because I can tell you in this court, probation wants you to get help. The state wants you to get help, and your attorney wants you to get help. This is no one trying to trick you. You understand? All right. And make sure you're on time. Yes. In custody, yes. And I can tell you the felony drug court evaluation, because it's Thursday, they'll probably have it completed by next week. Probably Wednesday. They'll know if they're going to accept you or not. But I can tell you this, if you're dishonest about your drug problem, they're not going to accept you. Yeah. Yeah. Really. I mean, this is what I want you to internalize and understand. You came before me and you looked me straight in my eye and you told me, I've been doing well. I haven't used since January. I could look at you and based upon what I see, I knew you were going to be positive. I was just waiting for you to tell me. And then when I said, oh, we're going to do a UA today, I'm going to send you today to do it, you were still like going on as though the UA today wasn't going to happen. And then when probation was on the phone because you knew it was going to happen, then finally you come clean. Nobody wants a salesperson who's using meth every other day. Is continuing to use every other day going to do you any good? No. Let me ask you this. Did you know you had court today? All right, meth doesn't stay in your system that long. To me, what you should have been doing is saying, you know what? I know I have court today. I'm going to be on time for court. And the week before, I'm not going to do any drugs because I want to have a negative UA. You can do that. You're in the throes of your addiction. And sometimes when people are in the throes of their addiction, they can't even tell the truth to themselves. And right now, I'm going to have to help you and stop the madness that's going on in your life. Otherwise, who knows? You may end up with a bad batch of meth. Because let me just tell you, it's not FDA approved. Nobody's in their garage making meth and saying, let's make sure you don't get any rodent droppings in this. They don't care. They just want a customer. You're going to pay for it. And if you end up dying, they're not going to be saying, oh, let's hold the visual for you because you died. They're going to be like, okay, next one. So let me ask you this. Why do you think about your father being 82 when you were getting ready to use? No. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Keller. All right. We're back on the record. Court is calling 2025 CR 003678 State versus Isaac Joel Valles. Could I have parties announced? And are you Mr. Valles? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client? Mr. Valles, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Okay, counsel. He doesn't have a right to appeal, but he also waives his right to appeal in the. Well, you crossed that out. So, Mr. Valle, did you review the court admonishments? Oh, if you could just grab another one. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it, sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with evading arrest, detention, or vehicle. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Valles, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? The court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand that? According to the plea, there's a $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. This will run concurrently with a misdemeanor case, UCW. The state will take in consideration 2024 PF 28380 and 2024 CR 008616. Does anyone know the case number to the case that this is running concurrently with? It should be on the docket, but I don't know what my docket is. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Thank you. So that will run concurrent with CC 733080. Any objection to the court writing in the cause number? Okay. So you understood that to be the plea? Defense is like a plea. State? Yes, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions? Right. Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence? Did you review the state? You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulation. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing? Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's that lack of work is the number one mission.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what are you going to be positive for? All right. How often are you using? How much is it now? All right. Do you have any children? That's a good thing because you're not ready for that yet. So, who is the person that you love most in this world? All right. So, I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes people can't stop using right for themselves. You're really supposed to do it for yourself. But I always tell people you can't stop using for yourself, then stop using for your parents. All right? Because I'm sure that's breaking your mom's heart. I'm sure that's breaking your dad's heart, right? And I'm going to tell you what I told the person before me. Only 1 or 2 things going to end up happening if you continue to use. Either you're going to be in and out of jail, in and out of prison, or either your parents are going to be the ones who have to identify you. Do you understand? So you're going to have to follow these conditions. I'm going to let you do your TAP evaluation out of custody because you were honest with the court. But you cannot use. You understand? Because the last time you use may be the last time you use. So what are you doing with your life right now? What are your work hours? Right. And who are you hanging around with? So whoever you're hanging around with that's causing you to use, and I say causing you to use, I say that loosely, but sometimes when you're around certain people, when they tolerate certain things and don't try to check you and say, this is not the right thing to do, you're going to have to cut them loose. With drugs, you have to change people, places, and things. So anyone who is not with you on your path to sobriety, you're going to have to leave them behind because you're not in a phase in your life where you can stop, using yourself. So you can't help anybody yet. You understand? All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's going to be 6 years deferred adjudication. If you show me something, I'll consider releasing you early. You understand? This is going to run concurrent with CC 733080, taking consideration 2024 CR 008616, 2024 PF 28380. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And that may change once you have proven to me that you can be clean and sober. The reason why I put that there is because I don't want you to have a bad influence on any minors. You understand? There's going to be a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. 200 hours of community service restitution. So, are you certified as a mechanic? All right. It's 200 hours community service restitution. If you obtain some sort of trade school certification in whatever field you want, or some sort of higher level of education, the court will deem the 200 hours of community service.
Now, that's a bold move. Trade community service for education. The judge is basically saying, prove you're growing and you'll earn your way out. It's classic restorative justice, betting on potential overpunishment. But here's the twist. Is it smart reform or gamble on someone who's already slipped?
Restitution satisfied. So it's up to you. Do you want to be working in the San Antonio heat, or do you want to be bettering yourself? And I consider when people are on probation here, if they better themselves, that's service to the community. There's going to be field visits one time per month for 6 months. I'm going to make you take the aggressive driving course. There's to be a TAP evaluation and a referral to felony drug court out of custody. You need to be 100% honest with felony drug court. You understand? It's a good program. It's a hard program, but they'll be able to help you. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand? All right, we can go off the record. Mom, in this court, when people are placed on probation, I want them to be successful. Yes. So this is what I can tell you. In this court, everybody's agreed that they want him deferred. So everybody wants him to be successful in life. I want him to be successful in life. I don't want to have to see him for a motion to revoke. I don't want to have to potentially send him to prison. So in order for him to be successful on probation, we have to stay on the straight and narrow, and communication is key. If you see where he's falling off or venturing off, call probation. The defense will tell you that what I usually do when somebody falls off, it's sort of like they're getting too close to the line and they're not doing well. I'll set it for a compliance hearing, and I'll try to redirect them, change the course, but we'll give them that chance here. You understand? So if you see something is going wrong with him, let your attorney know, let probation know, so we can see what we can do to help him. Okay? And is there anything else he needs other than what I've ordered for him? Does he need a curfew with you? All right. All right. Well, then you want his curfew. When do you want him in the house? All right. When you live with your parents, you live by your parents' rules. We're back on the record. And Isaac Valles, he has a curfew of midnight. So you need to be in the house all the time at 12 a.m. And here's the thing. We're off the record. Nothing good happens after midnight. If you're still up after midnight, that means you have insomnia or either you're getting into trouble. All right? Thank you for telling me that, Mom. And if there's something else you need, just let probation know. And your mom is trying to help you. And if you think there's somebody who shouldn't be hanging around, let us know that too, because I'll put a no contact order in there. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good